news in Paramus. My name is Jason. I'll be your host each week as we take a few minutes to highlight some cool and exciting things people are doing, some good news that's happening in Paramus and in Bergen County. I want to shout out to John Krasinski for this idea he's doing to spread good news all over the world. We're talking about what's happening right here in our community. Today we want to highlight the Bergen Performing Arts Center and their partnership with Garden State Plaza. We're going to shout out the Girl Scouts of Northern New Jersey. And our third story today, we're going to highlight some heroes that are on the front lines in our homes every day. We're going to highlight some teachers. Again, my name is Jason Pettibone. This is Some Good News in Paramus, and let's get started. With our first story today, we want to highlight the Bergen Performing Arts Center and their collaboration with the Garden State Plaza. On Garden State Plaza's website, every Saturday morning at 11 a.m., the Bergen Performing Arts Center is streaming family-friendly programming for an hour. This past Saturday, they had kid-friendly yoga, and this upcoming Saturday, it's story time with the Mermaid Princess and her prince. You can go on the Garden State Plaza website and RSVP, sign up to let them know you want to join. So make sure you check them out. It's going to be awesome. For our second story today, I'm joined by my wife, Joy.
Hi, everyone.
We want to take a second to highlight the Girl Scouts of Northern New Jersey. On their website, they have a page called their Virtual Challenge. It's more than 50 different activities designed to encourage fun, family time, and community. Joy, you've printed out the Virtual Challenge paper. What are the top 5 activities you wanted us to do as a family this week?
Well, I picked my top 5. Some of them we've done, and some of them we're going to finish up this week. And each week we're going to try to pull things off here and do as a family.
Okay.
So the first one is make a pillow fort. Now this is something actually our kids did do this week.
Yeah, I saw as I walked through the living room a couple times it had been
Yes, I had
totally
to resist.
rearranged.
I had to resist the urge to want to fold it all up and put everything back together. But that's something that we used to do as kids, was make a pillow fort. Of course, we didn't have electronics back then like they have now, and phones and all those things. So we had to do good old-fashioned fun. And I think our kids really enjoyed it. The next thing is help cook something new. This is actually something that we did do this weekend. We made Easter bread. I've wanted to make that for years and years, and I just never had the chance. So we did that, and that was a lot of fun. I think
It was good.
It was good, right?
I was surprised. I don't know what I'm saying about that, but it was good.
I think each week we're going to try to make something new. We're going to make this our quarantine weekly event.
Okay.
So I think that's a great idea. The next thing is look through old photographs as a family. This is something that we can all do together, and I think that we really enjoy looking back.
When you say we, you're talking about you and I.
Well, you know,
Kids are not good. That's not going to be on the high. That's not on their top 5 list of the virtual challenge.
I think sometimes they like to look back and see themselves little, or look at the baby pictures and say, who's that?
I give them 30 seconds.
Well, we're going to try it. At least we'll enjoy it. The next thing is learn to sew. So this is something I've always wanted to do, and I thought maybe this is a good opportunity.
How are you learning to sew on a quarantine?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But I thought we could just start small, and maybe it's something that we can do together. Maybe even try to make face masks, things like that. The last thing is clean the car.
This is a family activity, right?
Oh yes. Well, this is probably a kid's activity.
Oh, yeah.
So if you know me at all, what's the one thing I ask for every Mother's Day?
Every Mother's Day.
The only thing
Can we get
want
the car cleaned?
is a clean car. So we are going to take some things from this list each week, and we're going to try it. And those are our top 5 for the week that we're going to try.
So encourage you to go to the website for Girl Scouts of Northern New Jersey, print out their list, and let us know what your top 5 are. Okay, so here we are. Welcome back. We're here with Deirdre and Eden, 2 amazing teachers who teach in Bergen County. I have the privilege of getting to go to church with them at the Life Christian Church. And so, guys, tell us who you are, where you teach, what you teach. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm Deirdre Egan. I'm a 6th grade English, writing, and social studies teacher in Glen Rock in Bergen County at Glen Rock Middle School.
Glen Rock, okay, awesome. Eden, what about you?
I'm Eden Robatello, and I actually teach at 2 private special needs schools. Our elementary middle school is in Ridgewood, and that's Windsor Bergen Academy. And our high school is Windsor Preparatory High School, and that's in Paramus.
Awesome. So thank you so much for everything you're doing to create environments for our students. My question is, Eden, why don't you go first? What's the 2 biggest challenges that you're seeing to remote teaching?
Okay, so, which I forgot to say in the beginning, is that I'm the technology teacher at both schools, and most of what I do in the classrooms and the STEAM lab at the high school is all hands-on. You know, we're playing with robots, we're building, different designs, we're using 3D printers. So trying to find ways to engage the students online, especially the first 2 weeks, because we weren't using any kind of Zoom yet. We needed, all kinds of legal stuff to do that. And I found that I was spending so much time on the computer myself, doing all their lessons, checking in on them, checking their work, that I was getting migraines because I'm not used to sitting in front of a computer that long. So it was bothering my eyes, it was bothering me. So it was just coming up with creative ways to walk away from my computer. And I would just, even in the classroom, you're on a schedule. So here you're not. I just have to be online from 8:30 to 3:30. And, sometimes you forget to eat, you forget to drink, so it's just been a whirlwind of, not being with the kids, of trying to find ways to engage them online that's not boring, but doesn't take up a lot of time. And it's been interesting.
Well, thank you for your efforts. Deirdre, what about you?
I would agree with that. I think the most difficult thing has been not being with my students. Because first of all, I miss them a lot. We have a lot of fun in the classroom, and it doesn't really transfer the same way when you're online, or they might be in front of their computer screen, they might be taking a nap, you don't really know. But I guess also just keeping them engaged and doing things that are in line with everything that we should be doing, but are over a computer. I think it's also been really difficult not being able to see in person. When you're in the classroom, you can see oh, this person's really struggling. They're not really understanding here. They're pausing, they're scratching their head, they're staring off into space. But when you're on a computer, or maybe you're not Zooming every moment of the day, you can't really have that same understanding of what needs to be done to help the students. So that's something that I'm really struggling with. So it's been a lot of trust that they're going to be doing the right thing and that they have somebody at home to help them, but also a lot of patience and leniency on my end, just understanding that these kids are living through a global pandemic, and that my journal assignment is not the biggest thing that they might have to do this day. So it's kind of just balancing, I would say, is the hardest thing.
That's interesting. Thank you so much for sharing those things. What is the biggest surprise you've seen through teaching through a quarantine? Deirdre, why don't you go first?
I think the biggest surprise has been how creative I can be, but also how creative my students can be. It's come down to this new idea of doing a lot of projects instead of just standard textbook reading or lecturing or any sort of class discussion. So I've assigned 2 different projects that I really enjoy. One is a Tableau project where they have to take a time in history and create a picture of themselves with household objects. So that'll be due after spring break. Some of the kids are oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I can't wait to do this. So seeing the creativity and the excitement that they have when school isn't school necessarily has been really surprising and really interesting. And also how much I miss the little things. My commute is pretty far. I live in Morristown and teach in Bergen County, and so I have to wake up pretty early, and usually that's something that I gripe about, but I miss getting to see the sunrise. I miss the standard routine of everything, but surprised.
There you go. Eden, what about you?
I think, those things too, but how long it's been and going to be. When we first got the news from the state, we had a week to prepare. We kind of prepared for 2 weeks. And then all our preparing since then has, been on the fly. we went the one more week and spring break, and we're still not going back. So it's now, it's that continual, chunks of learning that we have to prepare for, and it's, just how much we miss the kids, but how much they miss us, because the Friday before vacation, one of the classroom teachers was actually able to get his Zoom up and running. He had all his permission from his kids, and I jumped on that Zoom, and it was just to see the kids and how excited they were to actually physically, we're a little picture on a computer screen, but their excitement to actually physically see us, that we were okay, and for us to see them that they were okay and that they were engaging.
That's great. I have one more question for each of you. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate you both hanging out with us today. What's one creative, or is there a creative way that you're trying to connect with your students? Eden, I know you're got a robot idea. I'd love to hear more about it.
Okay, so like I said, as a technology teacher, we did a lot of hands-on stuff. So my upstairs floor at the middle school, my 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders have all been working with these robots and programming them and doing, voice commands, sound commands, and all kinds of other coding with them. So I had actually brought them home with me, one of each. So this is Dot, and
I'm
this
Dot.
is Dash.
Oh, who's
Okay,
the second one?
I'm actually trying to. What?
What's the second one's name?
Dash.
Oh, Dot and Dash. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Dash. They're from, I'm going to plug now, Wonder Maker. So the kids have been programming them, and it's hysterical because these we have sitting on the desk, but these are running around the floor, so everybody has to be careful because they need like 6 foot by 6 foot space. So they're programmed to move all over the place. So
They need social distancing.
Yeah, even they social distance. So I'm actually going to program them to give a little message, because I can actually record commands that they'll speak in their own like robot voice.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna have them like wish the kids hello and happy work from home.
Deirdre?
I think the one thing that I'm most excited about that I've been doing to connect with my kids is having them each week do a social distancing bucket list, where they have to do 5 fun things, like doing a puzzle, going for a walk, FaceTiming their friends or whatever, and take a picture of it and then send it back to me. I've been able to see like the things they're interested in and the people that they talk to outside of my classroom, and some of them are really creative. Like one of my students is creating like a needlepoint, and that's something that I don't know how to do, but she's doing a really great job with it. So it's really nice to see them on a more personal level, rather than just school and like academic things. And it kind of like keeps things in check and reminds me that they're kids and they should be having fun, even though it's kind of hard to.
That's amazing. As a dad of 3 boys, my wife and I have 3 sons, and we're learning, not homeschooling, but remote distancing and seeing how we could help. And just the amazing job teachers are doing, you guys representing them. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for our students and for our children. You guys have a great day. Good luck remote in your classrooms this week, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, guys.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Well, that's our episode for this week. Some good news in Paramus. We'll be back next week to highlight some more cool things happening. If you see something happening in our community that's good news, let us know about it. You can email us at jpettibone@tlcc.org. Before we go, we do want to take a second to thank all of the essential workers who are working so hard for us at this time. We honor you, we appreciate you, and we're praying for you today. Once again, my name is Jason Pettibone. I'm the campus pastor of the Life Christian Church, which meets here in Paramus. We actually normally meet at the AMC movie theater. We're here to spread God's love in ever-widening circles. We want to highlight the good things that are happening in our community. You have a great week, and we'll see you next time.